Today is May 7th, 2026. I'm delivering guitar 320 to a person who's rehabbing at a Danbury facility. He has cancer. He's an adult, and he requested, now that he's recuperating, he requested to have a guitar. He has a lot of downtime, and while he gets better, he wants to learn how to play the guitar. So I got a message from a woman who works at Ann's Place in Danbury, saying that she knows of a gentleman who's interested in learning how to play the guitar. And I happen to have a beautiful Yamaha that was donated by Chris Brown of Bethel, Connecticut. Recently gave me this beautiful guitar. So now this fellow named Dan is going to get that guitar that was given to me by Chris Brown, and hopefully things will go well and I will meet him shortly. Now, it's in tune too. We don't even need the tuner right now.
What's that, C?
That's an E.
E?
So you're familiar with this is a C.
Okay.
And this is an E, A, D. So you kind of have an idea a little
That's
bit.
what I want to do, is just get those down. That's what I need to book. But you know what? I can look up on
It shows you where to put your fingers.
Google, and they'll show where to put the fingers.
Yeah.
Because my brother said, you get about 3-4 chords, you can play most country songs.
Even two chords. You'd be surprised. Now, this is a Yamaha somebody donated. A guy named
Yamaha's a good name.
Yeah,
right?
Yamaha's good. Yeah. A guy named Chris Brown donated. He lives in Bethel. So I take donated guitars and I give them to people like you. I give them to children, whoever's interested in learning how to play the
How to get
guitar.
a hold of Kate? Kate is an angel to me.
Who?
Kate Woodhouse. She's a social worker.
See, I dealt with Emeret. You know Emeret?
No, I heard
Okay.
all these new names on the phone this morning, and
Okay.
I'm like, who? And I'm trying to say Kate. She's the one who started this whole thing. A lot of paperwork.
So she probably got in touch with the person who got in touch with me. But it doesn't matter.
Probably.
As long as you get this. That's
See,
the main
that's
thing.
it, and she's there like an angel, because every time I go to the hospital for treatment or something, I look in the doorway and there she is. Like,
And what's her
all
name?
the time. Kate Woodhouse.
Okay. All right.
She works. See, there's two social workers that actually work in-house.
Okay.
One sucks. The other one really works a lot because they got to pick up the slack for the other one. Don't. do
Okay.
shit.
We'll just edit that
But
out.
Kate
Then.
Woodhouse is just
Okay. That's good to
an
know.
angel, and I met her back in a bad situation back in the Milford Hospital years ago, and she's never left my side. It's weird. It's like, of course, I got a crush on her, but she's married and
Now remember, we're recording this. Maybe you might want to tell her that too.
Hey Kate, if you get to see this, I did have a crush on you.
He did,
You remember
but
that,
not
right?
anymore. He said not anymore.
But
But
now
he
I'm going to
used
learn a love song to you, so maybe I'll get you.
Oh, okay. So you want? Let's do a love song then.
No.
No, you don't want to do one. Okay.
No.
All right, we'll do another one.
Something.
What school? What high school did you go to?
I went to Chicago Valley,
Okay. All right.
which was, Roxbury, Bridgewater, and Washington all combined.
Is
They
that-
were
is
all
that-
so small, they jammed them together.
That's originally where you were born. Where were you born?
right in New Milford Hospital.
Oh, okay. All
And
right.
that's where my son was even born. Now they don't even have a maternity ward.
Yeah.
That
Right,
place
yeah, they got rid of
amazes
that.
me. They put in that big, fancy, schmancy
Emergency room.
emergency room area, and they've got nothing going on other than that. And in the emergency room, if they got to put more than a Band-Aid on your hand, they send you down here. It's unreal, to the Danbury house.
Yeah, I had a heart attack about 5 years ago, and I went to New Milford because I wanted to be close to home for my family. And the first thing they did was ship me to Danbury Hospital. So
Yeah.
I wanted to avoid the ambulance, but then they put me in an ambulance and they took me to Danbury.
When I was in the ambulance, the guy told me, he says, all we do is transport. He says, when you got, like I said, a nick on the finger or maybe a bang on the skull where it's bleeding, because the skull will bleed pretty good. I know that.
Yeah.
You're off the Danbury, automatic, boom. They can't do nothing. And then Danbury will turn around, and whoever's like, this needs care in the bed, they'll ship them to New Milford, because New Milford doing nothing and their beds are empty.
Wow.
And that's all they said they do sometimes all day long. They just transport back and forth like that.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
There should be a better way to
kinda
spend money and better people.
Well, it's
use
kind
their
of
time.
sad that you can't get any care if you need it.
Yeah.
I want to go. I want to. If anything happens again, I want to take a trip in the helicopter.
Yeah. Have you ever been in a helicopter?
No, I've never.
Neither have I. Now that I think
And
about
that
it.
kind of scares me.
Yeah,
because,
me too.
Because
Yeah.
I used to fly with Cessna's 150s, which were the smallest one. You know, the engine quits or something like that. You got a lot of gliding time. Well, depending on your altitude, you got a lot of gliding time.
With a
You can-
plane, you glide. With a
you
helicopter,
can find
you
some
don't glide.
helicopter. You're going down like a. Oh, I keep forgetting that.
No, that's okay. We'll edit that later. Day after day, I get more confused.
Yeah.
I look for the light through the pouring rain. You know that's a game that I hate to lose.
These are the same chords, right?
Feeling the strain, I'll show you. Ain't it a shame? Whoa, give me the beat, boy, free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. That's just G, D, and C. This is G right now. G. Give me the beat, boy, free my soul. Be up in your rock and roll and see away. Give me the beat, boy, free my soul. Wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away.
That one with that one.
C, that's a C.
Okay.
So it's G, D, and C. This is 3 chords. If you know those 3 chords, you could sing, give me the beat, boy, and free my soul.
Obviously.
Wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Why don't you try it? Here, why don't you give it a shot? Let me
No.
see. You don't even, just hold it. Let me see how you look.
I don't even have calluses.
Well, you're going to have to get calluses. Here, if you want the pick, or you can use your
Yeah,
fingers.
but you know what? Where is C? Does it start down
Yeah,
here?
that's it. That's it. That's a C. That's it. That's it. You got it. You know a C. Here, put this one here. And then this one right here. That's it.
Okay, that's C.
Go up one here with the index finger. Yeah. Up
Yeah.
one.
Up,
Well,
up,
down
up.
really. Down. Yeah. Try it. Now that's C. So you got it.
Yep, I'll have to like
What?
my brother said, you got to get calluses.
Yeah.
You're gonna play.
I play every
Oh
day.
hell yeah!
I play every day, so I have no choice but to have calluses. Yeah, and it's going to hurt in the beginning. I always tell the kids it's going to hurt in the beginning, but the more you play, the harder your fingers will get, and it'll get easier. Are you in a lot of pain?
Yeah, I can be, and it's that's the thing with the cancer. It's a whole nother freaking world of like pain and symptoms and shit. It's totally different, and it blew me away. It blew me away because we let me see, my legs were better because one time, I don't know, there was an infection up here, and I hurt, but I could work with it, no problem. And then all of a sudden one night, I'm sitting there with my sweatpants on, and I feel something, and I look down at my shoe, and I just started renting this place, and the carpet was brand new, and I see blood puddle.
It just came out of your leg.
Come out of it. All my skin fell off my leg, came right off it.
Is that what the scar is from? Did you have like
That,
knee surgery?
no, that's a brand new knee.
You had a
wanna
knee
hear-
replacement? You had a knee
I
replacement?
had a knee replacement. There's 2 big bolts in my back because I broke my back twice.
Oh my God.
Broke my neck once. That's a cool. You can very much identify the parts, the parts in my neck. There's 2 rods, 3 plates, and 12 screws.
Wow, you're like the bionic man.
And the screws are like wood screws. that you'd buy at Home Depot. I mean, you could really see them in the X-ray. I laughed when I saw that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But and you know where it's mostly from is hard work. I've always been a hard worker.
What did you do for a living?
Well, one of the hardest jobs, which was heavy work all the time. And everything you picked up was heavy. Was well drilling. Not the little old choppers you hear them bang, bang, but the big rotary ones. And the rods alone weighed, what were they, 800 pounds for 20 feet.
So well drilling, like well water in the backyard.
Yeah. You know, it used to be a real cool. There was one salesman. It was my father-in-law. Was a real good cook, and a couple guys were. Well, the guy I worked with was a hunter, and you'd know hunt season coming around because he'd grow his beard. But and we would even go out late. And I mean, we'd drill down in Rockland County, and we'd start out late because he's out hunting. But he'd come back with a deer or two, and then my father-in-law come back. It'd be winter, but the garage doors are open. 2 big barbecues, cooking up, making venison.
Wow, nice.
You know, and I don't like venison much, but he could do it. Oh man, and make sausages out of it, real good. And you know, it had a personality. It was neat to go to. It was fun to go to work, kind of, sort of. You know, even though we were ball busting, but that's where my back broke, and my neck broke. Is what I did is, well, all that lifting, no matter what, you're lifting with your arms. And with your arms, you're putting weight on the discs. You wear the discs out, then it's vertebrae to vertebrae, and that's what breaks.
Bone on bone.
Right, and that's what breaks.
Is that what originally happened to you a long time ago?
Yeah. Well, my legs were hurting so bad I couldn't sleep at night. Like if I curled my knee up to my chin, I was comfortable, but then I'd fall asleep and my leg would drop down. So I didn't want to do it. I stay away from doctors as much as I can, and I went down and he had an X-ray machine right there and could take a look at it. And he says, "Yeah, your back's broken." And then he goes, "What'd you do last time you broke it?" I said, "Excuse me." He says, "Yeah, there's all parts and stuff like that."
So he could tell that it was broken before, and you didn't. Know.
Yeah, because there was pieces and fragments and all that kind of shit. And that's what he told me about the operation. They're going to put the bolts in, and they're like hollow and slotted, so they're going to need to do a bone graft, get pieces to pack in the bolt. And he said that's going to be the most painful part of the recovery. And he comes in, big smile on his face. Notice didn't have to do a bone graft. I said, "Yeah, what was up with that?" You know, I mean, I'm glad, but something was wrong that first time, because my wife said, "I knew something was wrong because you were gray." But what it was is there were so many particles floating around my back. He had enough to pack the bolts with the parts from the other brake.
You sound like you're like Frankenstein putting bolts together.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. That's what I said. That's what I always say. I say, when I die, even, you know, and of course everybody financially now, it's too expensive for a funeral and all that. I'm being cremated, but we already decided that. And when I was talking about, you know, regular burial, I said, "Bury me, take me to the junkyard and get some scrap money for me." I said, "Shit, all the titanium to send me, you get a good buck for me."
If you walk in an airport, if you walk
through,
you're going to go off,
security
right?
cameras,
Wow.
set them off, I know.
That's amazing.
Oh yeah, there were a lot of jokes, not only mine, but other people, but I could laugh at it too, because, you know, it wasn't from some stupid car accident or some shit. It was from busting my balls. And that was part of the health problem too, when they start poking around and doing CAT scans and stuff, because I'd work real hard, And
It takes its toll. It takes
and
its
I
toll.
play hard, so I did a little damage to the liver.
Sometimes
well,
it
I'm not.
takes away the
I'm not
pain.
going to I'm not going to have any fun or get any relief with Kool-Aid after after work.
That's true. Okay.
You know, and I did love a buzz.
Uh-huh.
You know, you get going after work, and it was. I mean, you were sore after work.
What were the places that you went to after work? Because I only
We
lived
used
there
to
for
go.
20 years. I don't know a lot.
What
of
was
places.
used to be the fun bar, because there'd be fighting and stuff like that, but not. You know, usually the guys that would fight would end up getting up, shaking each other's hands, and
Buying a
shaking,
beer.
and playing pool. Bars, shit. Yeah, I'm gonna learn how to play cards in a bar. No, that's not quite what I'm there for.
Well, you're going to learn how to play guitar in a hospital.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
have a lot of time.
Yeah. And you got to realize that if you start playing the guitar, everyone's going to start digging this guy playing the guitar.
Oh
In
yeah.
your room, you're going to get a lot of
You know,
visitors.
and I was thinking about if I get out and stuff and things are doing good, or I'm doing better, because I want to get out of here. I mean, right now, give me my medicine and get me near the heart bus so I can get to the appointments and my treatments at Danbury Hospital. Everything happens in Danbury Hospital.
Mhm.
I'm covered. I got my meds. I take them religiously, and I got the bus to get me to the thing.
Hey,
Yeah, I
well,
was always doing something heavy.
But you got to get better, and you got to figure out the guitar. And
I know.
like
I
said, let
got
me
to
know.
lay low now. You
Yeah.
know, a little bit.
Well, keep in touch with me. I want to know how you're doing. I'll call every so often just to see if you have any questions. Let me know. But you say your brother has a couple of books for you, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so look at the books.
He goes down the rec where they, I don't know, they do. I walked by the room one day. They all had stickers on their head. I don't know what that was about, but I don't know. They could be all on acid for all I know. Like,
All right,
no,
well,
but
let me
they-
help you with this. I'll
amu-
put this away for
They
you,
all amuse themselves.
and I'll walk you back in and make sure you're all situated.
Yeah, that's the thing too, though. That's what I was saying is a lot of the staff will say, "Sir, can I help you find something or somebody?"
Mhm.
I said, "No, I am a resident." They say, "Oh my God."
Yeah, I almost
said-
walked past you. That's why I didn't know who you were when you said hello.
Yeah, I
I
know.
thought you knew Dan. That's why when you said, "Oh, you're here for Dan," I said, "Oh, okay, you can help me find him." I had no idea you were him.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That is great. Yeah, you look healthier than me, practically.